A warm welcome to AD4 TV Radio News Update coming to you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. I am Antonietta Kalunta. Former Nigerian President and Special Envoy of ECOWAS, Goodluck Jonathan, says the military authorities in Mali want ECOWAS to lift the sanctions placed on the country. Jonathan said this when he briefed the Nigerian President, Muhammadu Buhari, on the progress in the dialogue with the junta. Jonathan had told the military junta that the authority to lift the sanction lies strictly in the hands of ECOWAS heads of state. Still in Nigeria, the Federal Executive Council (FEC) has approved the appointment of 8 field experts for the forensic audit of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC). According to the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Abiola, the field auditors will complement the work of the lead auditors appointed in March. Akpabio disclosed this to State House correspondents after the Council's meeting, presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja. And in the United States, the National Hurricane Center, NHC, says that Hurricane Laura has struck the coast of Louisiana, with extreme winds causing flash flooding in the state. The NHC describes the Category 4 hurricane as unsurvivable. Laura reportedly surged inland with wind speeds of up to 240 km per hour. Officials says if it maintains those speeds, it will be one of the strongest storms to ever hit the U.S. Gulf Coast. It is no news that COVID-19 has affected many aspects of our lives across the world. From the way we socialize, interact, our attitude to process of goods and services, up to the work environment, a lot has really changed. The fashion industry is not spared in the changing landscape of daily life and preferences. Talking about fashion, from the manufacturing of fabrics, the transportation of materials, down to the final production, things are truly changing. Here is a report from AD4 TV Radio crew.
Ever since the coronavirus has started, post the coronavirus pandemic and the lockdown, everything, the price has increased for material. There are materials we used to buy 800, it has increased to 1,000 or maybe 1,200.
So like 5 to 10, but now a day at least we'll see like 2 to 3 like that. But we thank God for this our business, honestly, yes. We thank God for that.
We take a break now. When we return, Abuja Stadium to be restored to world-class standard. Stay with us. Details coming up shortly.
As the world faces the challenge of the coronavirus pandemic and governments around the world are racing against time, AD4 TV Radio thanks you all for doing your part to stop the spread of the disease. Be safe at home and practice hygiene. Protect yourself and others. Do not panic. Do not self-medicate. Listen to all preventive advice and stay at home, as well as maintain social distancing.
Say no to fake news. Get authentic updates from the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, the Federal Ministry of Health, the NCDC, and of course, AD4 TV Radio, your reliable and credible channel. Please stay safe to save others.
Welcome back. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Updates coming to you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. White supremacist Brenton Tarrant, who admitted to the murder of 51 people at 2 mosques in New Zealand, will serve life in jail without parole. The Australian killed 51 people and attempted the murder of another 40 people. The judge described Tarrant's actions as inhumane. The 29-year-old murderer is the first person in the country's history to receive such a sentence. In a recent development, the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) says that it is not happy with state governments and other employers that are relieving workers of their appointments, using COVID-19 pandemic as an excuse. NLC President Ayuba Waba expressed this stance when he addressed reporters in Abuja ahead of the meeting of the Central Working Committee of the Congress. Waba said that the union would make far-reaching pronouncements on how to engage employers of labor that have tried to undermine the fundamental rights of workers. In a related development, the chairman of the Joint Public Service Negotiating Council, Wilfred Kwanchi, has given a 7-day ultimatum to the government of Taraba State in northeast Nigeria to sign the 30,000 naira minimum wage agreement or face an industrial action. Meanwhile, the Nigerian government says the ongoing rehabilitation and regrassing of the main bowl of the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja will be completed by April 2021. Minister of Youth and Sports Sunday Dari said this during the handing over ceremony of the pitch to the contractor handling the project. According to the minister, the job would have been ready by March, but for the outbreak of the coronavirus and some stalled contractual details. Spare the rod and spoil the child. This was the mantra of parents in Nigeria many years ago. But there is now a suggestion that the narrative is changing. Parents no longer see spanking their children as a way of correcting them, but rather an abuse. Is it wrong to spank the child? Does it come through to you as an abuse? Here is a report from our correspondent, Joy Asongi.
Tense moral upbringing from your parents, you definitely pass it to your children. Let me go straight to the point. I have a doctor brother who treats his own children the way my father treats us when we were kids. We call it punishment then. Our parents gave us to our children. So if you were not well trained, definitely you cannot train your children. That's just it.
Of parents these days, they doesn't believe the old method again. What they are doing these days is because if you don't have money, they can't correct. If you don't have money, the way the other people that they have money did, they can't do. But if you look at people that they have money now, they can't correct their children. It's because of the new millennials. But if you look at the old days, despite they have money, they don't have money. The way they did with their children is different than the way they do it in these new days, new generation.
Remember, coronavirus is real. Ensure you wash your hands regularly. Use alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Wear your masks besides maintaining social distancing. That's it for 84 TV Radio News updates coming to you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. You can join the conversation on our website at www.84tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media at 84TV Radio on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at 84TV Radio as well. Many thanks for watching. I am Antonietta Kalunta.